I decided that no, I'm not really all that happy with how this pendant came out. I like the leaf, the pressing of the leaf on the back, but you know, I can always replicate that in a minute. So I'm just going to go ahead and re-chop this pendant and see if we can't get a better design going on. And this is like not very entertaining for you, but it's just as part of the process. You know, if you look at paintings of old masters and they put like special lighting on it, they can see underneath there's all sorts of different compositions. There might have even been other people in the picture that got painted over, because art is it's not like an exact science. It's sort of like experiment and goof around. I mean, took something like 10 years for acrylic paint to be considered worthy of being in like a fine art museum. It took a long time for photography to be considered a fine art. Polymer clay is sort of in that space. I mean, there are people now who say, no, polymer clay is the fine art, and I have seen things made of polymer clay, or have polymer clay in them as part of the multimedia at, you know, museums of modern art and stuff like that. But there's still a sort of a stigma with polymer clay about it being, it's just like for kids, it's just like a little craft thing for kids. And that may be true in some areas, and it may also be true that art can be created. Okay, now these are going to be, the smaller the chop, the smaller the little bits of designed element, the smaller the bead that I make. And so, like I said before, we could have bunched this up into one great big rectangle and cut chunks of the rectangle out to make beads, or we can, you know, we can compress it into a log like this. And again, like I said, don't twist, don't stretch, because we want to be able to keep the design elements somewhat intact, and the variation being, you know, the chop. Okay, now when you have something like this, and it's like in a cylinder, take your little roller and give it some edges so you can make rectangles. Make a rectangle so you can cut off some beads. And I'm liking the look of this. It's looking very kind of foresty, jungle-ish. And since there's like bits of red in there, that's like, makes me think of, okay, bird leaf or something along that line. Okay. Let's see how this little bead came out. And the reason why I cut up that pendant one, I wasn't thrilled by it. And two, I want you guys just to, you know, be brave. Okay, that's one side of the mirror image. Ooh, it's another side. It's nice. And here's another side. And here's another side, like that. We'll squish them. Okay. And there we go. So that's what happened to the pendant of grave disappointment. I like this. I like these little designs a lot. Just to be real quick here, let me grab a turkey skewer. So grab a turkey skewer real quick. Set it on down the center, like that. And we go pinch, 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 pinch. Okay? Do it on the other side. Pinch, pinch, pinch. And there we have what they call, some people may call, a bicone bead. But it's not really a cone. Anyway, there you bead. I don't want people to have to buy fancy equipment, you know, in order to make things. And what am I looking for? Oh, I'm looking for Oofy. Well, it'd be nice if I can find a clean one. I'm looking for a bamboo skewer. Okay. So after you form it on a turkey skewer, on the little skinny turkey skewer, you can then put it on a bamboo skewer so you can cure it. And that is what some of them look like when they're in process. Those are they're finished, they're skewered, they're going to be sanded and ready to go. But they pretty much start out just like this. And these are all Intasha beads made in the round. But that's another video. Okay, that's it.